Today we review core concepts of intelligence. We begin with a fundamental question. How do we define intelligence? The field utilizes various approaches. David Wechsler's highly influential definition characterizes intelligence as the global capacity to think rationally, act purposefully, and deal effectively with the environment. A more contemporary cognitive view uses a three-part definition. First, it is the ability to understand and use knowledge. Second, it is the ability to apply what is learned to new situations. Third, and importantly, it involves metacognition, which is the capacity to think about thought itself. Our theoretical understanding of intelligence has evolved over time, moving through what we can categorize as three major waves. The first wave was dominated by Charles Spearman and his concept of the G factor. Spearman observed that if an individual performed well on a test of one mental ability, such as mathematical reasoning, they tended to also do well on verbal ability and other tests. Based on this correlation, Spearman proposed that intelligence is a single underlying factor termed general intelligence or the G factor, which could be expressed as a single number such as an IQ score. The second wave evolved with the research of Raymond Cattell. Cattell concluded that Spearman's single concept of general intelligence could be broken down into two relatively independent components, which he named fluid and crystallized intelligence. Fluid intelligence, or GF, includes memory, speed of information processing, and reasoning abilities, such as forming new concepts, seeing underlying relationships, and quickly solving unfamiliar problems. Fluid intelligence is considered innate and independent of education and experience. Critically, like other biological capacities, fluid intelligence declines with age. Conversely, crystallized intelligence, or GC, is the store of knowledge and skills gained specifically through experience and education. Crystallized intelligence remains stable or even increases slightly with age. We are now in the third wave of intelligence theory. Contemporary cognitive theorists generally believe that intelligence is a collection of separate and different abilities rather than a singular factor. Two major models exemplify this shift. The first is Thurstone's theory of seven primary mental abilities. Thurstone argued that mental performance depends on several distinct skills, including the speed of information processing, memory, word comprehension, word fluency, mathematical skills, inductive reasoning, and visuospatial skills. The second contemporary model is Gardner's eight multiple intelligences. Gardner points out that different cultures recognize and value different abilities. He uses the historical example of the Habsburg rulers of Austria, prizing musical skills which helped musical geniuses like Mozart and Beethoven transform Vienna into the music capital of Europe. Gardner has identified eight specific types of intelligence: the ability to use language, the ability to solve spatial problems, the ability to control body movements and manipulate objects, the ability to reason, the ability to see patterns in nature, the ability to perceive and produce music, the ability to understand oneself known as intrapersonal intelligence, and finally the ability to understand and relate to others known as interpersonal intelligence. Recognizing these diverse domains can assist in more refined assessments and individualized patient care.